going, or we don't wait? We just talk
No,
about...
we just start.
Okay.
Well, good morning. It
morning.
is now as we all know, the 11th of October. We just wanted to give you an update on how the twinnies are going.
6 months old.
They're 6.
Well, the way I calculated is I calculated it by weeks. The weeks, like every Saturday is another week. But if you look at the date they were born, 27th of April, they're not 6 months. It's not 27th of October. Can you press the bell on it?
Yeah.
Daughter is playing with the piano, so if you press the bell, she's just gonna press the button and see if it's just gonna be a tone.
Done.
No, because if she presses, it might be a song again. That's all right. Loads of things have changed. Loads.
Yeah.
I don't know where to start. Last update was 3 months ago. The game was so different back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, we thought they had some form of allergy. They were on different milk. They were smaller.
They had tummies. They had swaddles.
They didn't have a proper sleep routine.
They've been sleep trained now. We don't swaddle anymore.
They sleep with their arms
We've
out.
got no dummies. We just got sleeping bags now. You see, you have to press the bell.
Mm-hmm.
Or just switch it off if you want. On the side there is a button, isn't it? And, well, we are live, so the kids, the babies, are playing, so...
So basically now we've started to use the Faber method, and we've been running with that for about a week.
Yeah, we started at the end of September where they hit the 4 month mark, because you can't do the... She'll be singing now. You can't do the sleep training before they're 4 months old. Otherwise, you're just torturing them, really.
So now they've basically started to... We put them in bed for 7 o'clock, and they literally... You leave them in there, and with this method you follow it. So we've got the baby monitors and everything like that, and then say for instance the first night, if they cried for over 5 minutes, you go upstairs, you don't pick them up, you just go in to check on how they're doing, and then you leave, and then it goes up gradually. So basically now we've done it for like 5 days in total, so now it's ended up getting to 17 minutes, should we say?
It's 20 minutes
now.
Well,
20 minutes now.
You need to remember with that method, if you keep going back in the room, and after the specific minute, you could download the picture of each day, how many minutes you wait, to go and basically tell them, it's okay, I'm still here, you just have to suit yourself. At some point, if you notice that you irritate them even more, you have to keep going in the room, because we had a case with Callie where we'll go back in the room after... on the 17 minutes, as Georgia said, and she would just scream even more, so you have to stop going in at that point, and she comes down in like 5 minutes and goes to sleep. But at the moment we put them to bed for 7 o'clock, and they're just peaceful, and they know they're in the cot, and they will sleep until 6:30 in the morning. We then do this change of music. So we stop the white noise, play the music, and they know we're coming soon. We get the bottles done, and we enter the room.
For about 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and we feed them, we play. And
we spend the morning with them.
What's very important is they don't cry. They know this is nighttime and I sleep, so we have loads of cases where...
Hello, Royal Boy.
Hello. We've got loads of cases where Axel would wake up in the middle of the night, because we've got them on the monitors. And we've got twins, by the way, if no one knows, if someone doesn't know. He would wake up at 1, he would wake up at 2, but they don't cry. They're just happy with being there and playing in their cots.
They've also now went up in milk, because obviously they sleep all night, and we found this was the best routine to put them in, because before they'd just go to bed, and they'd wake up obviously for night feeds, but then in the daytime you were like barely feeding them, because they were all messed up. They just didn't want to eat, and then they thought it's time to eat at night, specifically Callie, and we thought, come on now, like they're not eating enough. So now they basically eat a lot. Their first bottles, they have like 8 to 7 ounces each, and then it just goes up throughout the day, and then we've started to wean them as well. So right now they've got peach yogurt waiting for them in the morning, They have lunch, which is like sometimes avocados, eggs. Sometimes they'll have veg as well.
Veg or
Mixed
rice.
veg.
And rice.
They're
Sweet
obsessed
potato.
with Greek yogurt, natural Greek
They
yogurt,
love
which is
natural Greek
amazing.
yogurt. Full fat though.
Yeah, so honestly, they're absolutely obsessed. So we definitely recommend that for any babbies. Good
Hi,
morning,
everyone.
Abby Jane. Hi. But yeah, life's going really well so far with the two little twinnies. I don't know whether you want to see them. They're really
It's
cute.
important to know that.
Here they are. Say good morning. Hey.
It's important to know that the start was very difficult, but we completely transformed everything with the twins. They sleep well. I can't believe like how well we're sleeping now. But you have to just be
They're extremely
consistent.
cute, Laura Moss.
Follow your
Dawie.
follow the routine that you're after, and you will succeed. But we really struggled at the start. They were obviously feeding every 3 hours. It was really difficult. But now we stopped the dummies because they were very depending on the dummies, and you shouldn't teach your baby to need something to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So no dummies. They're not swaddled anymore. They just got sleeping bags to keep them warm.
It's important to note though the fact that with the dummies, it was really hard. We found at first we were just going to give them the dummies in the daytime and not at night. Because obviously we're not there to constantly give it to them, and it had just upset them, so that's why we stopped at night as well. But then in the daytime when they came down, we found they were pretty settled. The only issue was that they struggled to go to sleep in the day without them. But that just took a few days, and gradually they started to get used to it. Though. Yeah, it's still difficult, but when they want to sleep and they're shattered, they'll sleep. Yesterday they slept for like 2 hours, didn't they? Yeah. They're amazing.
Well, if you need any advice on how we did sleep train them, or how we took the dummies off, or anything like that, drop us a comment and we can help with that.
Just literally just type in Faber method as well. They come up all the time.
There's a lot.
Take a screenshot of it, and it's literally just a table, and it tells you how many times, like minutes wise.
But
you have to go
if you have any questions around, we can help. Considering we've been through it with twins, and it is very difficult to have two little babies at once. And for everyone that's having twins out there, we could help. Also, guys, we've started an Instagram page which is called Twinning with Two Mums. Go check that. We post daily about the babies and
loads of pictures,
what issues, and what's worked best for us, toys, and who's vomit all over us. It's fun.
We've been pretty quiet lately on YouTube because we've been waiting to post some more videos in terms of travel and stuff like that. And with the babies, we went on their first holiday and everything like that. But just trying to find the time of trying to get it all in and trying to sit down and make videos is a lot harder nowadays. But we will upload soon. We've got another holiday coming at the end of October, so look out for all of these.
We will upload. I will be filming that.
Definitely.
So let me show you the twinnies again.
There you go.
Oh,
there you go. Here they are. Axel's obsessed with his feet. You like your toes, don't you? Yes, you do. You're obsessed with your toes. And Callie, are you going to show your feet? Come on, do your magic feet.
Not today.
Very cute. Very cute.
But they're getting so alert now. They're growing rapidly. Can you take that toy off his ear?
Off his ear, yes. There you go. Stop playing with them on your head. You're crazy. Tiki.
They play with you now. They follow you everywhere. We're just struggling a bit with belly time because they just don't want to really do that.
Yeah. Callie tends to stay up a lot more, and Axel's learned now how to lay down and literally just put his head down. Callie doesn't like to put her head down. She flips a little bit, but Axel's learned now to roll as well, so it's harder to keep him in one place. But I think very soon, maybe in the next few months or something, we might have a little roll from Callie, if not sooner.
I think she can, but she has to have her legs somewhere.
And hopefully crawling soon, but maybe not too soon because that would be crazy.
Yeah, the other thing that people are getting really worried about, and I was really worried, is weaning them, and the lead weaning and how you should start them on solids, etc., etc. Well, to be able to do the lead weaning, you need to have a chair, obviously, so they can sit and play and have a tray and play with the different foods. The issue with that is my babies can sit yet. So I don't want to put them in this chair and trying to give them like bananas, avocado, anything, and they're uncomfortable. We've got these chairs now, and they're struggling to sit in the chair. Yeah. So they just start moaning about it. So I don't want to put them through that just so I can do the famous lead weaning.
You have to remember as well, they're 4.5 months, correct?
Yeah, because the baby's 6 weeks premature, which is a month and a half. Yeah. So if we look at the path where they're 6 months old, they're not really. So you need to always think about that and think like, okay, they're not behind. No. They are just...
They're on track, perfectly on track. But obviously
they're just on their own track when you think about the prematurity. You always have to go six weeks behind. But what else in terms of the first holiday was a bit... It was nice. It was very different. We didn't have much time for ourselves, obviously.
There's no time to sunbathe. There's none of that. You can definitely
no playing in the pool.
Yeah, we took the babies into the pool, but you're not in there for that long. It's literally for a few minutes because obviously the water was cool. It wasn't a heated pool. The best thing about it was the flight. Highly recommend taking the babies away when they're young. It's amazing because all these...
And if it's a night flight is very important because they sleep then. Yeah. Even if they wake up for a night feed and you're still feeding them every 3 hours, it's just one feed and they go back to sleep.
Feed them as well if you can just before they take off because it regulates their ears so they don't wake up crying as you see a lot of kids screaming with it. But honestly, the best thing, whilst they're still young, take them away because they're not trying to run up the aisles either. They're just sat on your knee.
Give her a toy, I think.
Yeah.
The other thing as well for the flight is definitely have a baby carrier with you because when you leave, drop the prams, you have to hold the baby, and even if you just hold it in your arms for 3 or 4 hours, you'll break your arms, and if the baby is asleep, which is the best case scenario, you will be shattered. So get a baby carrier so the baby at least is leaning on your shoulders and it can even sleep a bit better. And if you have the diagonal one, so this is the best. But if you don't. You have what you have. So apart from that, the actual holiday, they absolutely loved. They played a lot. They loved the pool. We got the baby floats with the canopy on top. They absolutely loved that. Obviously keep them in the pool for not longer than 10-20 minutes, but they loved it, and everything we did with them, all the walks, was amazing. And the best thing is that everyone says, well, be careful, they're too young, you shouldn't really fly that early. Well, it's the best time to go now, first of all because the babies fly free, right? So you can go wherever you really like because you're not paying extra for the babies. And the other good thing is they're not moaning now. They're just happy to be with you in your arms, and you can take her off the piano now. She's too playable on that piano. Another thing I wanted to say. So definitely travel with babies. Don't be shy. But also another thing about that is that we have twins and we're 2 adults. So your hands will be full, basically, as they say. There is not like, oh, can you grab the baby and I'll go to the toilet? No, it's like you've got 2 babies, so everyone's got a baby in hands, and you can't just say, oh, hold the baby for a minute while I do that. No,
you can, but it's a lot harder.
It's difficult. So another thing we did is we flew with Jet2, and Jet2 are really nice. I recommend that company if you're looking to fly. It's great because they look after you really well, and if there is empty seats and all that, they move the whole family. They moved us just so we are comfortable. And we had an extra space. Let me finish. They had an extra space in between us so we can put a baby down for
Mhm.
a second or two because we had meals included and we wanted to eat, but you can't have the tray down. Baby's all over here.
One thing to
It's
mention
difficult.
though as well is if you've got two babies and two adults
People
part
can
of the
see.
family, basically you in terms of the seats, you can't sit next to one another.
Mm.
They don't allow two babies to sit in the same row as the three seats. So basically in terms of safety really, so you've got to sit on two separate rows. So definitely recommend booking your seats at the beginning, because they originally said to us on our booking, don't book it yet, for the one coming home, because there was no seats available and there was only showing one child seat. And they said they'll try and put you together. In the end, we ended up with one at the window and one in the other row down here. So you can imagine if the other one needed to go to the loo, you can't pass the baby continuously. You can't say, can you do this? Can you do that? When you're eating your food, you couldn't eat it because you're holding a baby. So we tended to feed one another. So in the end, thankfully, we had lovely people on the flight that allowed us to sit next to one another. But take that as you need to
Lucky.
know that, yeah, definitely in terms of flying with twins, if you're going with, wife, husband, whatnot, anything, you just can't sit together, which is very annoying.
It's the oxygen masks.
I know. It's annoying, but obviously it's safety reasons. Maybe one day it might change, I don't know. So we found as well, if you wanted to, sit on the two aisle seats. So at least then you can constantly keep getting up, because it gets very heavy otherwise. And you feel a little bit more spacious. But no, other than that, in terms of the flight and stuff, flight was amazing. As I say, they just sleep. We're a bit worried this time on how they might get on, because
They're heavier as well.
they're heavier now, they're older, they're more awake, they're in a sleep routine, which they go to bed for 7 o'clock, and the flight's a little bit earlier this time. So we're expecting them to be kicking off a little bit more. But let's wait and see what happens there. As I say, we'll give you some updates as time goes on.
The best chewing toys?
Yes, the best chewing toys we'd recommend is these bad boys. What are they called, Dad?
Matchstick something.
Matchstick monkeys. So there's all different shapes. You've got this one, you've got another one that's like wigglies.
But it's easy.
You can get these online. They're a little bit more expensive, but we found when we went into Aldi the other day, they had a pack. So if you see them and they're reasonable, go and get them. I think it was £2.50 when we got them, but online I think they're a little bit more, like £16 or something, which is crazy.
10 for one. 11, 12.
But yeah, if you can find them, get them. Definitely recommend. Overall, they like chewing toys, mainly just chewing toys. It's all about their teeth now, so we've been giving them teething powders and Calpol when it's needed, only when it's needed though. But yeah, they love to chew things. They like things like they can grab. They've learned to grab nowadays. Like Axel's just grabbed his toy now, and they like feely things with like all different noises, which is amazing. Very fascinated by it.
Colours.
Yeah, colours. Their eyes have obviously picked up now, so they can see a lot more colours. They notice you a lot more. They're turning. They smile a lot more, as you've seen before.
Proper good giggles now.
But yeah, so
Let's show them again.
They're getting bigger. Here you go. Axel! Kalia! Hello, cheeky cheekies! Give them a smile. Yay! There he is. Don't pull your sister's hair. Don't pull your sister's hair.
He likes to do that.
It's already begun. They're 6 months old and they're already
He's
starting.
doing it again.
So
He's
yeah,
doing it again.
definitely.
The other important part. You see this toy, guys, the piano. This is the best toy we've ever purchased. It was about £14 from eBay. I got it from, and honestly, they absolutely love it. They love the hangy toys, and this is a mirror in the top. They love it. And another probably best buy would be this toy that George has lifted up just then. I don't know whether they like the sound or the little balls going down. They're just fascinated by it.
Oh yeah, fun time.
Also, in terms of eczemas, our little baby girl's got a bit of eczema on her little chest, and it sets off randomly. So we've been using, it really annoys her, and you can't really ignore that with babies. It is really, really difficult for them to cope with it because it's so itchy.
Yeah.
And what we're using at the moment for it really helps is this cream. We only got it from Amazon.
Yeah.
And it really works. What you could also do is add it to the bath when they're having a bath at night.
Yeah.
You just mix
Get a
it with
scoop and mix it with hot water. Don't do it with just warm
and
because it
put
doesn't
it in the
dissolve.
bath then.
It basically hydrates your skin. Just be careful when you take them out because they come slippery fish. But no, we were using Sudocrem as well, but we found Sudocrem wasn't working as much, and we did speak to our GP as well, and they advised to use some Vaseline on her head because she was getting it on her forehead, and we did use that, and that started to work quite well, but just not for her chest. So we got this, and it's amazing, absolutely amazing, and it's perfect for babies. It says.
It is. Pretty much in terms of update. I'm trying to think about anything else. He's only wearing 3 to 6. Sometimes he's wearing 0 to 3 months clothing. Still, she's a bit more filling up, thankfully.
I've got a fluffy hair.
But he's very long and very skinny. There's a big babe there, Mummy. She also has, both of them have reflux. So every time she burps, we have to put her down because the milk would literally come up straight away. So she's on Gaviscon. He's also on Gaviscon. And it is difficult and it doesn't really help every single time. Yeah. However, a bit of milk. However, I've heard from other mums, they put a bit of baby rice in the bottle, but even that doesn't help. So you just have to keep putting them down and hope for the best, even though they want to be up and playing. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Also, we want to recommend these MAM bottles. They're the best bottles we had. We've probably tried all the brands out there. We tried Tommy TPs, we tried Aventi, whatever. We tried all the bottles. This is the bottle that's got, it's pretty simple, it's pretty easy to clean. You can use microwave when you go away, etc. And it really works. So we recommend that.
Oh, in terms of milk nowadays, we're no longer on Kendamil or what was the other
Nanny Care.
Nanny Care for goat milk. We finally moved over properly to cow, and we're on a brand called Little Steps, which is
SMA. It's SMA.
Yeah. It's put it this way, it's not £20 a bottle, it's £7.50.
Yeah. And we go through
for them now because obviously they've transitioned to cow milk, which is perfect. So it'll get them ready as they get older then to be able to take normal milk as we do.
Yeah, they already do as well. They take yogurt now as well.
They love this. They really like this brand. We found with like the Kendamil cow, they weren't a big fan and they were getting a lot more, what is it called?
Colics and
stuff coming through.
And bad poops.
It helps you, doesn't it?
But the cow is definitely better.
Yeah, finish that milk for me.
Of course you did. Well, I think this is pretty much the update. If anyone wants to watch the rest of it, can just go back and watch the live. Also, as I said, visit our new Instagram account, which is called Twinning with Two Mums. Definitely check it out because
so much more content on there now.
We post a lot of funny videos there, and we do updates about the babies on a daily basis. Oh, that was a very good babe. And we wish you all amazing day and week, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Please like and subscribe.
Yeah.